I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen, you bitch. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my clique. I need a 30 for 30.
All right, man, we're gonna end this motherfucker as we always do, showing love and shouting out. JoJo, who you shouting out, dog?
All right. Actually, I'm gonna shout out a warning
Okay.
to parents that have I'm gonna just say dandy dozens or their son going to play college ball. Um and people, this is not a what I'm about to say, this is not a black or white thing. I just want the parents to be cautious because y'all remember Kevin Ollie?
Mm,
Remember he was the coach of UConn?
Yeah,
mm,
yeah,
Remember
yeah.
he had some minor rule violations, right?
right,
Okay, he did not get the money that was owed to him.
right.
Okay? Wichita State, former coach now, Greg Marshall,
Greg Marshall. Yeah.
received 7.75 million after they let him go. The reason they let him go is because they said that he was caught punching a player, choking an assistant, and numerous incidents of verbal abuse.
That's weird to me.
Y'all be careful where you're sending your kids. Because I know for me, for Coach Punch mine, I'm in jail. It's just that simple. I don't know I can't even believe they still paid him. Like you for real, you punched a player.
Weird.
For real. An assistant allowed you to choke him. I don't know if it was him or her. I'm assuming him, because if it was a her, I think it'd have been bigger news. But parents, just be careful. Check the coach out. Really sit down. Talk to him for hours because they could put on the front. Talk to him for hours. And man, use your God given ability of discernment. That's all I want to say.
It's different. I wouldn't have thought that, man. Because Greg Marshall put a lot of cats in the league.
Hmm.
He did a lot of
I,
things at Wichita State
I
before
ain't
he
even
was
hear
out.
nothing about that story.
I don't know if this motherfucker broke psychotic or what, but it's just it's different. It's different, man.
He
I
broke
got
out.
this
I mean,
14 hours ago.
Hey, he
he coached
broke
Van
out.
Vliet.
He
So it
broke
was
out.
today.
He broke out rich though, didn't
I mean,
Did that.
but he coached Van Vliet. He coached some other guys and stuff. He made a lot of runs with Wichita State. It just was weird to me, man. I mean, maybe he did do all this stuff, but damn. But man, I'm gonna do my shout out. I'm gonna do something that touched me, man. I saw it um about a week ago when I wasn't on the show because I had to work and everything. But it's to the young man Chris Nikic. Chris Nikic is uh the first person with Down syndrome to complete the Ironman. And
Yes,
man, I'm telling you, man, I read that story. When I saw it, man, I really did have a tear in my eye, man, that this young man at 21 years old went through the Ironman challenge and completed it under 17 hours. And he's the first competitor to do it. And in my family, man, I got two young individuals, my little cousin Tiff and my cousin Grover that got Down syndrome, man. And when I saw this, man, I really did, man. It just hit me. It just hit me a lot different, man. And that young man to go and do that, because the Iron Man, a lot of people don't know about it. They don't know what them guys endure. You know, you talking about a 2.4 mile swim, and a 112-mile bike ride, and a 26-mile run.
What the
Man,
fuck?
yes,
yeah.
sir. It's different, man. It's just different. And for that young man to go step out there, man, and do that, man, I just want to shout him out. I hope people I hope people really paid attention to this, man. That there's nothing that your child can do, despite whatever conditions they're in, man. They can do it. I know some conditions are different than others, but man, for that young man to do the Ironman challenge, because I didn't know that they were allowing people who had physical disabilities in. I always thought the Ironman challenge was one of those things where the fittest of the fit,
Yeah, to be
where
tough, yeah.
yeah, I that's what I thought. But when I saw that, I was like, man, it's different. And he finished it. He completed it. It wasn't like he came up, 5 miles short or 2 miles short.
Right.
He finished it. So to any and everyone out there, man, parents, children, whoever, man, I just really commend this young brother, Chris Nikic, for getting this done. And I just think that it is a very special moment in a year of all the bullshit that we've had to deal with as a country and as people. Man, this young man did something that I just really revere. I really do. So shout out to him, and hope you do it again, you know. And I'm just gonna leave it like that, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, man, I got a NBA draft coming up. By the time this drop, the draft will be over, and you'll have several new millionaires. Overwhelming majority of those new millionaires will be young black men. So I want to shout them out, and even more so, I want to shout out the communities they are coming from, because those communities got to wrap their arms around those young men, and hopefully you've already had your arms around those young men. Because we're still in the midst of a social justice movement, and the number one thing about this movement is the racial wealth gap. The racial wealth gap. Matter of fact, there's a tremendous special on Netflix, and it's on YouTube, called The Racial Wealth Gap Explained. If you have not seen that, watch it. Watch it with your children. If you're an educator out there, you need to show it in your classroom. It is that important. It's only about 20 minutes long, and it shows you that between right now and going back to the 1960s, of the more prominent civil rights movement, black people really haven't gained anything in terms of closing the racial wealth gap in this country. So you got the NBA draft, and you got these guys on the high end of the spectrum in terms of income. The community really got to wrap their arms around those brothers and try to help them not end up one of those statistics, one of those brothers that's 2/3 of these guys going broke. Got to figure out how can these guys take this money. They didn't hit the lottery because they tall as fuck. They skilled. You know what I'm saying? They arguably the best athletes in the world when you taking into account their height, their speed, their jumping ability, their cardiovascular capabilities. They're incredible. Okay, so they got lucky. So now they need help managing that money. How can they use that money in their communities? Because their communities, yeah, you're coming from struggle. Yeah, you might come from the ghetto. Yeah, you might come from a rural area that's destitute. But that's like Scarface said in the movie, not the rapper Scarface, talking about Tony Montana. He said, this is one big pussy waiting to get fucked. If you're from the hood, if you're from the trap, so to speak, if you're from the rural environment where ain't nothing there, God damn it, you put it there. These motherfuckers finna have that money, but they need folks to guide them, not take advantage of them, not try to be up in their pockets and robbing them. They need help and guidance to know how to turn that wealth into generational wealth that can help their families and help our communities. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us. As always, follow us on all social media platforms. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the page on Facebook, like our page on Instagram, follow me, all my brothers across all social media platforms, and of course, shop with State Tees. Every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. We appreciate y'all for fucking with us. One.
Go. Subscribe to our daddy's YouTube channel. He's the best. Hit the like button, turn on the notifications.